Alright guys, sorry about all the noise. Well, it's still doing stuff. Excellent. Hopefully Twitch will cooperate, but if not, damn. I didn't know there were set guidelines for Switch to follow. Go figure. Yikes, why is it doing that? Good goodness, okay, is there a way to make Switch or Twitch cooperate? Why was I calling it Switch? Are we good, Twitch? Sup, Dark Tales, how you doing? Or is it, yes, no, wait, it's Dark Tales. No, wait, it's Dark Tales. Get my freaking dyslexia going, apparently. And we're going to be playing some Ristar today after fiddling around with streams for about the past, I don't know how many minutes. I'm going to close out of that so I don't get panicked. But how you guys doing today? Hopefully you're all having a good week so far, like the first week of November. And I'm going to play this game for quite good reasons. For one thing, another game with great soundtrack. And here's our douchebag for today. Yeah, basically, this guy by the name of Greedy, pretty damn awful for a tyrant basically taking over this freaking solar system, making these people beg for dear life. Can somebody save us? Is there anybody that can assist? Because the hero of the day apparently just got kidnapped. Thankfully, we got this guy right here. We got Ristar, or Ristar, or no ways, Ristar. One of the two. You guys can educate me on how to pronounce it, because you know me, and pronunciation is usually sometimes terrible. But this game is freaking awesome. This is the best non-Sonic game you can play on the Genesis, and the soundtrack is how it's done right on the Genesis. And we're going to be playing on normal because hard is definitely a little bit trickier than you anticipate. The differences are is that on normal you have 4 health and I think 5 lives. And on hard you get 2 health and I think 2 lives, which is crazy. I see. Only 1 balance and on level. Oh, that's crazy. Now I'm going to just play the music real quick just to test something to make sure it's playing well, because I did mess around with the some settings on the emulator to make sure this is running fine and dandy. But if this soundtrack run through doesn't give you an idea of how good this music's going to be, it's pretty damn good music. Like I said, I start off with one of the best soundtracks on the Genesis. I'm not lying. It is pretty much the pinnacle, or one of the pinnacles to reach for when you're trying to make music for this system. But then again, it was made by Sonic Team, I believe, so you can expect them to do pretty well with their own chip. Yeah, that's what I've heard a little bit. There's some differences in the Japanese version, and there's certainly differences in the names. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's get going here. So, this game, I would like to say, is pretty damn solid platformer. The most interesting thing you should know about this platformer is this is one of the few platformers that does not have any death pits whatsoever. There are actually places where you can die instantly in this game, but everything is going to kill you by damage. And we have a very assortment of enemies on this very first level, and it's this is easily the most simplistic level of the game. You should not have any trouble with it. It's a great place to get used to controls, and knowing about the invincibility frames that your character has, not to mention you can do this. Might as well go over here real quick. These things can open up and possibly cause you harm, but not really a threat. This douchebag, though. And the nice thing about this game is that you have alternative routes that you can take in this game, so you don't have to stick to one road. You can go through multiple ways through these levels. Mainly like 2, but there sometimes can be like 3 or 4 routes to take. Pretty damn crazy. Let's let this guy do his thing. Come on. Oh man, that freaking dive attack. Not very threatening. But also make sure to grab things. That's an easy, free extra life just for following what the game's telling you to do. By the way, try to grab everything on this stage, because you might end up finding all sorts of fun things to do. Mainly getting this treasure and then realizing there might be some moments where the game starts chugging, because this game does kind of demand from the system a bit. Okay, we're gonna try that again. Nice thing about these poles is that you can climb like this very easily. You also can climb walls like this pretty easily. Oh crap, well, let's make that leap. And if you're wondering, points do matter in this game. If you get 30,000 points, every 30,000 points you get an extra life, which can be kind of helpful, because this game's not, like I said, not easy. But there are ways to mitigate the problem here, because... Ah, crap. Hit the damn thing I'm supposed to actually get on. There we go. Excellent. Because there are bonus stages in this game. You want to go to the bonus stages, because if you do, if you beat it, you get, and if you do it quickly, I should say, you pretty much get an extra continue, and you can get up to like 12 of these extra continues, which I recommend that you do. And this one's probably the easiest of the bunch. You just have to do what we just did to get here in the first place, and you're done. And you want to try to get all of these treasures out of these bonuses, but the problem is that it's a one and done. If you try it and fail, you have to start the game over to actually do it again, so keep that in mind. First mid-boss, or mid-boss, quite possibly one of the easiest things to do in this game. You just basically go up to this guy and hit him in the head 3 times. That's kind of pathetic, but I mean, it's the first level. You should have a bit of a break. You can actually go up here real quick. I don't think there's actually anything of value, but it's here. I mean, exploring is not a bad thing in this game. I recommend that you do it at least once just to see all that you can find, because you can find all sorts of goodies. Like so. Oh man, you can't control with this during his flight dash? Jeez. I didn't know that part. Speaking of flight dash, I really wish I could have gotten a lot more points, but because if you get to near the top of the screen, you get like an easy 20,000 from that, which that's pretty much 2/3 of the way to an extra life. Pretty damn helpful. Then we get introduced to new enemies and new environments, and all I gotta say here is just be a little bit more careful, because the enemies here can be a little tricky to deal with. And honestly, all I can suggest you do is just take in the environments, because the music in this game is just freaking fantastic. And then we have this bat, or this bomb-dropping bastard bat. Definitely want to make use of them like they're some sort of a hand glider, because you might have to do it at one point in this stage if you want to get the bonus that we're trying to hunt out, because we're going to be doing all the bonuses in this particular run. Because if you do end up doing that, you get to unlock, or you get all the passwords. You did not need to swing around and hit me in the face. And we kind of want to do that because that's how you can experience pretty much all the content in this game. And there's a 5th password that you have to play on the hard difficulty unlock, but it's a pretty simple password. And super hard, yes, super hard is the password that you would unlock with this fifth one that I was mentioning, because that is basically like another game that we just played, where if you take a hit, you die instantly. And the problem with this particular mode is that the game does not give you any lives. You have to basically perfect your way through the damn stage, which is asking for a lot, because I've already gotten hit like at least 3 times so far, and I am doing something terribly wrong. This is the plot where you need to start looking out for things, I believe. Maybe I'm thinking too early. Yep, this guy. Come on, come on. Yeah, this is the one that sucks, because you have to wait. And then you have to do it again, because this is the only way to get to the bonus. And if you don't do it this way, you're never gonna know about it at all. It's kind of crazy that they put one of the harder bonuses to get too early on in this game, but you have to know about the whole holding onto enemies and grabbing them. But this bonus itself is pretty damn simple if you got the whole grabbing thing down. Definitely try to get these quickly as possible, because all these extra continues are going to matter at the end, because the latter half of this game gets pretty damn hard, by far. And then we have this douchebag in the background that you might be seeing. He's throwing crap at me at the moment. Rotten fruit, I think. And all I gotta say is just keep moving. You won't... But also watch your freaking feet and all the enemies that you could possibly waltz into along the way. But once you get past that part, boom, you're done. Might as well take advantage of the whole normal mode control, because apparently in hard I did not think you I totally forgot you didn't have control of your swing. And every time you beat 2 stages in a world or a round, you get to the boss fight. Good atmosphere build up, just telling you it's serious business time. And then we get to fight this asshole, the Raiho, or Raiho. Basically, here's our friendly dick. Yeah, see how he just took over the Elder? This is how you do damage to him, just knock him off his back. But since the Elder, we want to have the Elder actually show off his attacks, we might as well let him go at it. But this boss fight can go pretty damn quickly if you're just going for merciless damage, like so. Boom, it's done. Like, it's an easy fight once you know what to do. Just mercilessly grab the Elder's feet, body, whatever you want to, and just knock him off that damn back and then kick his ass. And yeah, Freedom Planet definitely takes a fair bit of elements from this game, I'd say. There's like the whole launching yourself around probably comes from this game, where pretty well done in that regards, because... But most importantly, damn, this game is what you guys should play on the expansion pass if you decide to pay $50 for that. I wouldn't totally recommend it, but this is a game you should at least try out if you have any kind of access to it, because it's fun, it's exciting, it's also a showcase of great level design and just platforming mechanics. And we get our first water level right off the bat. Good name to a very interesting water level, because this water level is not too bad. If there's one thing that Ristar can do, it's that he can move underwater. Like, look at this speed. Makes Sonic all sorts of jealous at the moment. And you want to go up here immediately to get a very easy bonus that could be missed if you're just going breakneck speed through the level. This seems like a very easy bonus. Like, it's like, okay, so we're already just gonna head to his chest. Nope, it's actually a ruse. But you can grab this thing pretty damn quickly, because Ristar's pretty damn fast underwater, as you already know, but it can take a little bit if you're missing your grabs like I just did, but nevertheless, pretty simple beginning. And you have this section where you have all these damn fish trying to land on your face. Don't be a victim of that. Also, don't wait for them to bounce around. Yeah, watch out when you see these guys have rocks, because they're trying to throw them at you, and it can pretty much be a leading cause of death here, because you might not notice them, and then you just end up getting hit by them. There we go, I'll grab this real quick, or at least maybe just keep it there. One nice thing about this game is that if you don't grab a star, it will be here when you get back if you ever need it. And we get greeted to enemies that will pretty much punish you if you decide to grab them incorrectly. Like, for example, that jellyfish. They'll start to turn all electrified. And this very annoying-ass enemy that will basically home onto you. Just gotta watch out for that guy. Definitely want to try to get as many points as you can in this game, because, like I said, having lives is important. Of course, you do not need to jump up and smack me. But as you can see, just because you can take 4 hits does not mean that 4 hits are going to last long. Like, you don't have much invincibility frames in this game. And that can be a problem if you're, like, just trying to run through this game as quickly as possible. You might end up just taking a multitude of hits and end up dying as a result of that. And then we have this little spot where you might want to keep your hands to yourself, because we have all these bramble-like urchin things that you can grab, and it will do damage to you immediately upon grabbing it, so just don't get reckless there. See if I can actually, like, get my face over here. I think there's something up here. Nope. Oh. Just keep walking. If you ever see jumping fish, just keep walking. You don't really need to worry too much about them. I want to get something up here real quick. Aw, damn it. It stayed up there. Jeez. Well, that's gonna suck. So yeah, the problem here is that if you were to jump down there and not know about those patches, you're gonna get hit. You're gonna take some damage. Oh, you get 2 hits on hard and only 1 in Japan? Jeez. Yeah, they did not play around on the difficulty then. I didn't know it was just 1 hit in the Japanese version. That's kind of crazy. Let me guess, they have an easy mode. Yeah, this part is where you just need to know where to stand. And this is pretty much the spot right here, this bit of coral right here. If you just chill out here, all these mini bosses that are coming up might not prove to be too much of a problem, except maybe this last one. Yeah, this is kind of the weirdest mini-boss fight of all. You just deal with enemies coming from a wave. I don't know why they didn't let me grab that. Ah, crap. Trying to get the frickin' point bonus, man. Alright, so this stage is probably one of the more complex ones. It might be the longest, too. Like, you'll be on this stage for a pretty crazy amount of time, just because of all the stuff that you can do in it. And you get greeted to some new enemies like these seahorses. They really don't do much other than just annoy the hell out of you, because they come out of a spawn point generally. But you might not... Oh yeah, and we have this freaking star that kind of reminds me of a certain comic book villain. That if you're very familiar with Superman, yeah, there's something that was regarding that damn thing. But nevertheless, it's not going to do any damage, thankfully. It's not going to be like some Sonic enemies where if they latch onto you, they steal rings off your ass. And you're going to be using these bubbles, not once, but twice. So get used to this little mechanic that never gets used again after this stage, because you're going to get a free extra life for participating. And then we're going to go down here and learn about all sorts of fun things, like rooms that lock you in, and you have to kill whatever is spawning. I'm going to take this guy. Ah, damn it. This one? Yeah, here's the thing. If you grab that 3rd chest, you might end up losing some lives that you just saw there. So try to grab the right chest to get the goods there, because I think the first one's always going to have a freaking seahorse in it, and then the rest is just going to be peeps. And we get introduced to these damn frogs. All I can say is get rid of them quickly. If you kill the spawner, it kills everything, so just try to focus on that thing. And then we have these sea snail-like enemies. Apparently there's a mother attached to these things, so if you kill these guys, the mother gets incredibly pissed off at you and you have to basically take it out. But this is where you can learn about the invincibility frames. Whenever you grab something and headbutt it, you basically get all sorts of invincibility off of it. And it's something I recommend that you kind of keep in mind, because it's going to prove to be important in the later stages for sure. And here's this section where if you decide to not hang on to monkey bars or stick to gaps, you're going to get blown around, and you already see what happens if you get screwed over. 5 continues, and so we get screwed over on the continues, I see. We're going to do something to make this section a little bit faster, like, let's just basically scale these walls real quick. Get rid of these things before they become active, because as long as they're still, like, available to kill at this point. But if you get rid of them early, you don't even have to worry about taking damage in that section. It's kind of weird, but it works. See how that wonderful invincibility just saved my life there? The fact that I headbutted against that wall and it didn't do any damage, even though that frog clearly fell on my head. Oh, crap. Yeah, I think this is where I usually end up dying for the first time, because all these freaking enemies just start popping up out of thin air. You gotta watch out for this particular enemy, because if you try to grab it in such a wrong sense of timing... I'm gonna take the right one. It's fine. Cool. I think it's like a 50-50 for that one, I feel like. Sometimes you'll grab the left one and it gives you the... Oh boy. Nope, 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 nope. Ah, crap. I'm thankfully not taking damage. Yeah, like, you can just get through this section super quickly, but if you're not quick in grabbing that thing... I feel like this room's gonna have some sort of, like, freaking fan blower here, because why would they put those monkey bars there? Yep, and there's exactly what I was warning you guys about. Whenever you end up, like, bouncing off that guy just wrong, you're gonna end up possibly taking hit there. I feel like there's something up here. Yep, more money. Ah, crap. If you ever have this guy on you and you want to get him off, just jump in the water or just headbutt against something. Gets rid of him quickly. And you're going to do this mechanic again, because if you don't, you're going to miss out on a very easy bonus. Very easy bonus. In this one, you're going to have to learn how to do the swing thing. And this would probably be much harder on hard mode, because the fact that you can't guide yourself around like so. Like, whoops. Thank you, game. I really needed you to just magically throw that the fricking emulator screen on there. Yeah, this would be much harder on the hard mode. Like, I wouldn't be able to do any of this noise that I'm doing right now, bouncing all over the place. Or just getting straight here. We're almost done with this stage. Like, pretty much most cases, the game usually just throws the bonus right before the end of the stage, which makes it easy to find them, but it also kind of tricks you up thinking, oh, they're always going to be at the end of the stage. Nope, not always. And for some reason, they give you, like, literally 2 inches to work with when it comes to that bonus, or getting a good score for that. So we got OSAT coming up. OSAT is... well, just take a guess. Oh boy, it's looking like we're going to be dealing with this thing. Yep, it's a Hammerhead Shark. Yep, this guy's not too bad. He's can do that sort of thing where he just pops up out of thin air. All you just need to do is just hit him. But since he's in the background for most of the fight, you're going to have to wait for him to give you that opportunity. And he has a number of attacks. Like, this is his second attack where he just starts dropping freaking debris on your head. And then when he starts doing this, he's going to unleash all of this noise. That just exploding jellyfish. Not too hard of loss, but he does have a few other attacks I want to show off before we end this fight. Hopefully you won't end me before that. There's that one attack where he just shoots out these freaking fish out of nowhere, and then he starts swinging a school in your face, like so. I think we've seen everything we need to keep in mind. And then when the main part about this fight is that when he starts getting low on the water level, it's getting harder to dodge his attacks, but once you hit him 4 times, he's done. They give you like a free hit for the last... not a very difficult boss, but he can trick you up and do some damage to you. It's not like Raiho, which is a joke boss, honestly. Like, if you just mercilessly attack the Elder on that first fight, it's a joke. But this one, you actually have to pay attention, keep in mind what's going to happen. And I believe if you don't die at all, and while playing through a round, you get a pretty good bonus for it. I could think the whole 10,000 points, that only happens if you don't die at all. Now we start going to levels where I probably am going to die a couple of times, because this is where the levels start to kick your ass. And I think this is the first time where you get introduced to a spot where you could possibly, I don't think die instantly, but it hurts like hell. I'm gonna just break this thing real quick. So yeah, get introduced to some mechanics like the switch. This level is the only one that really makes use of it. And then you get this thing in your possession. You're like, what the hell is this? This has an extra life. No, it's a decoy, so you can basically get traps out of your way, but it can get in your way, so just be mindful of that. And we have this particular thing, so... And one thing that's pretty neat is that if you basically wait around, do not pollute with that crap, bud. If you wait around, you can see Ristar just having a fun time interacting with the environment that you're in. Yeah, I can't grab that. This bastard here, kill this thing as soon as you see it, because if you let that thing roam and you go down here, you're going to get grabbed, and it's going to just do this malicious thing, just dragging your ass. Oh no, we are not doing this part. Yeah, this is the part where you get introduced to this freaking lava. You can avoid this section, but if you do happen to go up, you have some other crap to deal with. I just feel that this is probably a good place to show off the mechanic of the decoy. I honestly was thinking that this would kill you instantly, but it only just does damage. I don't want to get that, though. Nah, crap, oh well. And this part is where you're gonna meet more of that freaking douchebag buzzard. This one you want to grab for a good reason, because there's no other way to get to this bonus. And just think about doing this on hard while you're swinging around like this. You have to get your ass up here to grab this. So be sure to get ready to grab those poles. The idea is that you're supposed to grab the poles and then guide yourself to the bonus, but... And then we get greeted with spikes on our bonus stages now, and whenever you have spikes, if you touch these things, the timer, as you see right now, it's going pretty fast, but it will start speeding up ridiculously. Like so, like watch this. See how it's just going blitz? So don't fall on the spikes, or else you could pretty much miss out on a freaking, like, extra continue. These things I really hate. You just have to time it so you don't, like, jump into the enemy as it's getting launched out of it. Oh, and here's something that you can do. You can avoid dealing with the mechanic here. Like, you can go at your own pace if you do not drop on that button, because if you drop on that button, lava starts coming out from below, and then you have to deal with that. And that can be a little hair-raising, so just take it easy. Take it nice and slow and just do it this way. Oh man, thankfully there was some invincibility frames there, but okay, don't need to keep killing myself there. And if you want to get an extra life, you can go this way. very easy extra life, but getting back can be a little bit trying. Especially if you're not playing on normal. And then you're going to be playing a very you're going to have to play the memory game. And this is a very dangerous minigame, because if you don't remember the order that they give you, you're going to take some damage, because that lava below you is going to basically rise up, and there's not much you can do about it. Like, there's no way to dodge it, there's no way to deal with it, other than just take it. I feel like it's this one. And you can also kill yourself on the enemies. Holy crap, man. That's all you gotta be careful about is... Yeah, sure, it's a very easy memory game, but a very easy to remember memory game at times, but the enemies are still gonna hang out and cause you pain. But you can possibly get infinite lives. No, don't ever use this place for infinite lives. You're gonna regret everything. Ah, damn it, I was trying to be... Luckily, they give you, like, a free health up. Okay, that's kind of a tricky one. Especially when they make me have to jump through the middle to... Oh god, is it up? Thank goodness. See, I took all that damn damage just from having to deal with the enemies just sitting there. And extra life. Just for getting those 2,000 or 20,000 points. Definitely want to shoot for that if you can. Well, at least on normal. Yeah, that's a really bad memory game on the last one. And one thing I forgot to tell you guys when it comes to the music, listen to the music in this game, because it's really well done. Like, if you thought Sonic 3 and Knuckles, or like Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles had good music, just think of how the music works in this, because if you ever play through the first act of each, like, round, you'll start to learn that there is a part of the song that you will hear on the second act, and I haven't been pointing it out to you very well, but there are moments where you just need to kind of tune in and see what you're gonna hear. Because you'll appreciate the music even more, knowing that, wow, it was hinting me at the second song all this time. 3 extra life here. But you still want to try again, because there's something else up here that you really might want to grab before you leave. Because there's a bonus right in the corner on the left. If you... Like, it's a really easy one to miss. And this one is basically just, can you swing horizontally? And it's a long-ass bonus. Again, it's gonna be really... It's not gonna be too bad on normal, but trying this on hard, I can see that being a little bit more problematic. Especially if you can't control and you happen to go this way. So, I guess on hard, you might want to consider going at an angle so you bounce off the ceiling and whatnot, and just make sure to grab. Oh god! One nice thing is that you have invincibility when you're sparkling like that. So if you happen to grab quickly like that, know that you can at least possibly recover from that. You're definitely not gonna get the... Oh my god. We're definitely not gonna get the score here, the extra continue. But at least we're gonna get the treasure. That's the important thing. We're going for 100% here. Nice thing is that if you really want to, you can get another extra life after the bonus. Hey Yuki, how you doing? How long has it been? That's my question to ask you. Because I've been going on for the past couple months at this point. Great. Grabbing this. And I'd recommend that if you're falling down here, just start grabbing things along the way. Do not grab this guy, though. This guy's actually really dangerous. Because if you grab the flames, you're gonna take damage, and that's definitely no fun. That's actually an easy way to die in this stage, because... And we have this douchebag. You gonna show off your trick? There we go. Yeah, if you let this guy do his thing, it starts blowing everything up around you, making it a lot more hazardous, but it also opens things up, so it might not be such a bad thing. Maybe in the 2010s. Holy crap, that is a... You did not need to flame me there, game. Yeah, that's a long-ass time, and I say welcome back, because, geez, that's been like a decade almost. And I'm about to die here. This is the thing that you have to worry about this level, just moving around, possibly getting yourself roasted. Oh god. Yeah, especially with 1 star, that's not a good thing to have on your conscience. Though I think there is a star that you can grab here. There we go. And I died. Damn. Yeah, I gotta watch out for that spot right there. That's the spot where you can easily just get destroyed, because all the hazards that they start throwing in these levels, that's where the difficulty starts to climb. It's like, oh, you've gotten used to this game at this point. Let's start actually kicking your ass and roasting you 3-4 times over. This section can be really quickly if you can just do this. God damn it. Of course you gotta watch out for that asshole in this little flame trail. Kinda remind me of Sonic a bit. You can possibly skip this, but since that guy's like directly in the way, not an easy ride. Shortcut there. Totally can dodge that whole freaking Bloomba, or as I like to call them, from basically blowing up the area and making it 100 times more dangerous. And we're done with this section. Aw, damn, not enough points. The 4th boss being the hardest? Maybe it takes... You just have to be patient with the 4th boss, I'd say. This one's kind of tricky. This is where it starts to get a little tough. I can't agree with you with the 6th boss being like a joke. Of course, they gratuitously give you a freaking health pickup, and of course he had to do that right before. Do not stand in the middle in this fight, because if you do, you're gonna deal with this boss like hitting you, get a free shot on you every time. So he has a multiple attacks that I want to see. There's one of them. We already saw the other where he just stays high and starts shooting his claws at you. But if you grab the claws and ride them up, you can basically retaliate. This phase can be a little bit dicey because he sometimes will come towards you or just go straight down, or he goes like at a curve. So or like come straight at you. So this could be the part where he could take a lot of damage just because you don't know what he's going to do next. Just be sure to be ready to grab him or die miserably like that. Damn it. I mean, your opinion... I mean, it's your opinion, dude. It makes sense. Because sometimes some of these fights can be tough. Oh, yeah, I did not expect that to happen. Like, the 4th boss is not easy by any means. It's like where the bosses actually start getting pretty damn rough. Ah, damn. I think this boss is where you're going to start realizing, oh, they're not that easy. And this phase right here is the part where it can be problematic, because you only have to hit him once, but it's just a very difficult hit. Remember, stay out of the center of the ring, because if you don't, you might be taking damage. But he only has, like, 2 phases. Doesn't do anything different. And if you try to grab him too early, he will block that. So you can't just get a nice free shot on him. Okay. Yeah, this guy gives me problems, just because of the whole falling down phase. Like, you just don't know what he's gonna do exactly. Not to mention, I need to stop getting hit by that one attack where he claw shots you on the ground. I'm usually expecting, like, the slow, painfully easy to dodge wave attack, which I end up getting hit by anyway. Oh yeah, the boss on the next boss with super hard mechanics, that would be ridiculous. There we go. Ah, damn it. Did not see that. Yeah, that's hack. I'm usually, like I said, always expecting, like, the wave, and it's like, nope, it's the claw shot. There's the wave. Alright, let's see if we can kill him. There we go. So once you kill this guy, here's the thing that you gotta keep in mind. Stay out of the middle, again. You're thinking, okay, what? Oh, is he actually trying to fight me? That's cute. You need to stop doing that. Okay? So yeah, be careful, because that last phase you might think it's over, but then he starts throwing, like, mini waves at you. Sounds of arms. Oh, interesting. I like that. And my score after beating that level with all those deaths, not gonna be great. Gonna actually be terrible. Game's like, yeah, wonderful, as in wonderfully lame. Good job, asshole. And we're gonna go to probably one of the most interesting stages in this game, mainly for the first act alone. Though I don't like how the planet's looking there. It's looking kinda puke. Whatever. But Planet Sonata is pretty much the music. Like, this is where you start to realize how good of a job they did with the soundtrack in this game. Because this is a very dynamic soundtrack, and I think this is like one of the first games that kind of start doing this sort of thing, where you now notice that the song's going to start changing up. Easy extra life. Of course, we're going to try to grab this. The only way you can grab is just grabbing it mid-jump by aiming down. Let's have this thing do it for me. Because we got some enemies trying to blow some bad smoke upside your face, or like bad music. And if you let that green Bloomba guy take your metronome, it will drag it to a spot where it'll make you backtrack and you have to kill it, or at least grab it from it. Not a fun thing to have happen, so just keep it like close and in sight so you don't have that happen. And then we have this spot. This is the part where you would actually deal with this thing. Kill this guy. Thankfully, it will remember where it is. And then we have this nice little mechanic where you're going to have to kind of place this just right. Because if you don't, well, and then you want to backtrack real quick, because they've hidden a bonus up here, and if you decide to just keep going, you'll totally forget about it. Not a fun thing to have happen. And this bonus is kind of a tricky one, because you're going to have to create a staircase to the actual chest, because all these are empty. And if you happen to empty them all, you're going to learn that you made a you made a terrible mistake, and you will not get the bonus done. Very nasty, tricky, evil bonus that they're like, oh, here's all these treasure chests, you should probably open. No, you should use them as platforms. Yeah, the second act on this level is pretty damn annoying. Not my favorite. And if you happen to just throw that thing up there immediately, you can skip this whole section below. But you also have to deal with a new section, where you have these bombs that you need to worry about not grabbing, because that will do damage to you. But it does, it's a really nice shortcut. Oh, I can see, I guess I better throw it over here. Come on. Come on. There you go. Then we have this thing. Be careful. Take him out while you can. I guess we're gonna just have to jump over this guy. Big good shortcut if you happen to react to that grab almost immediately, because that saves a ton of time. Just like doing this section. Grabbing that instead of having to deal with this, especially on hard mode. Just imagine having to do this section on hard mode. Having to not have any control of your launch. Uh-oh. Crap. Nope, do not do any more of that. Crap. And these doors, the way they deal with them, use your freaking head, use your arms. You know, one thing I did not know about until, like, very recently when I was looking up stuff for this game, I did not know there was a Game Gear version at all, and I don't know how it is. Like, is the Game Gear version any good, is my question. Because I know this game's perfectly fine. Might as well grab this. And of course we have these assholes trying to flatten us with their beaks. I think they only try to come down when you're close. Make sure to not fall down there, because you have to basically redo everything, or a small section, which is not fun. And then this is the reason why we got all this music going on here, this part. Oh, you didn't need to do that. And the problem is that the Japanese version would tell you which ones are going to go down. Here, you're just going to have to kind of guess. And that's the problem with this fight on the North American version, because they come down really damn quick at times. But this is a pretty damn awesome theme. But one nice thing is that when these things stop, you know that they're going to come down at that point. Ah, damn it. Don't know if I haven't played the Game Gear version. Yeah, that's probably accurate. I haven't played the Game Gear version, because I don't think I've ever had a Game Gear in my life. Alright, just wait for this guy's head to stop. This is probably a speedrunner's least favorite section, because messing up is a massive, massive time loss, I can imagine. Well, we are going the opposite direction. Let's try that again. And points. Doop, doop. Now we're going to the most annoying level thus far. At least this level is pretty damn annoying. And I'm going to point out the enemies that are going to piss you off tremendously in this section. Also, hang on for this for dear life. You don't want to do the section that's down there. Because, remember, while there's not death pits, you do have a lot of pain and agony along the way. This enemy, you want to let them dance, and then kick the fat lady's ass. Or the chunky lady, as I should call it. Because, if you try to grab at her when her partner's with her, it's gonna do damage to you almost immediately. 3 points. And then we have this thing. The way to deal with this thing is just keep jumping, because it just makes time stop pretty much instantaneously. You can get through that section without even worry about the guitars trying to fall on your head, but the problem is that it could end up going south for you. Then we get to the part with the drums. What I recommend you do first is to go up here if you need any health. And then you want to ride this thing, but not all the way. Like, just drop here. Because you get an extra life if you do all that. It's actually worth it. So this section is where the level starts getting hard. And I mean pretty damn hard, because you're going to have to start minding stuff like, for example, make sure to grab the walls in this section if you want to have a break, because if you try to grab the spike walls, that's going to be a problem. Because you're going to take damage, and it's going to suck. And, of course, be careful when you're trying to get over these walls. And this section is where you're going to have to really grab walls. Because if you don't, you're going to get impaled on the ceiling and die. Or at least take damage. What's up, Silent Observer? How you doing? Obs. Or Curb. I'll probably stick with Curbs. So this is where you're going to learn how to do some really interesting mechanics that we just learned a few seconds ago, where we're bouncing off of a floor that's kind of reminding you of Wacky Workbench if you've ever played Sonic CD. Yeah, this part can be a little tricky because if you don't do it perfectly, you're going to take damage like that. And then you have to get your ass down here and then do this perfectly. Jeez. And of course, they give you spikes right at the end, but as long as you don't take any unnecessary spike hits at the beginning, you can probably get through that section soon enough. Oh god. Okay, and then we have to get out of here, but here's where you're gonna start seeing me probably take up some unnecessary damage. And this getting out of here is ridiculous. Like, just imagine trying to get out of that place. It's pretty damn difficult. But once you get past this part, you're pretty much done. There's like a few more things to do after this. I think we're gonna stick with this. Like, just a few more of these moments where you just have to make sure to grab stuff at the right time. And not spikes by any stretch of the imagination. And then this part, this is where you can learn all the precision that you need to get up here, because that's the only way you're going to grab this extra life. Free health, shortcut, oh crap. And we're probably pretty much done after this part. Like, you have to deal with this wave machine one last time. I think the reason why they give you all these points to grab is because there's drums at the bottom. And this is probably the easiest one to possibly get a lot of points on, because all you just have to do is make sure to not miss at the beginning. But you could possibly take the lower road. It's nice to see it's nice to see you guys just coming around. So this is the boss that Dark Tails was having problems with. This can be a very difficult fight, especially on the hardest difficulty, because one hit is pretty easy to take damage in this fight, because look up how many ways the boss can do damage to you. He shoots out freaking bad notes. He can jump on this thing. Or just the music itself is like tearing down the entire establishment. You just have to keep track of what he's doing, because if you don't, you can take damage. But the developers knew that this fight's not going to be super easy, so we're going to let this boss do his attacks real quick. Just be careful of the falling debris when he slams into the ground, because they give you a chance to get infinite stars on this section, where you knock him off the frickin' pedestal. And always try to go for a free hit when you can, when he gets on that thing, because it's a free hit. But all you just need to do is 2 hits, and that ends up, he pretty much gets him directly on the damn post all over again. Oh wow, you need one more hit to get off that thing? Unfortunately, this thing is doing what bad Genesis emulators will do. No, you're not. Don't harass that dude. Damn. It basically just killing you with terrible emulation of the freaking sound chip of the Genesis, because you know a lot of emulators just fail at that. But this boss is almost done. No, I really did not show off any of these attacks. Damn. Oh well. I'll just probably record that and show them off in the Let's Play thing. You could... I think it's possible to stop him from hitting the small bird. Good job, Small Bird. Thanks for helping me out during that fight. I think it's tough, though, but I think we're going to get a lot of points after getting through another round without losing any lives. Unless I did end up losing them. Yeah, maybe I did. What's up? Matt, how you doing? Thanks for coming along. Because we were playing through Ristar all this time. And now we're going to go to the Obligatory Ice Level. Because if you're playing a platformer, there's going to usually be one of these. And as you can imagine, there's going to be some conditions that you have to deal with. Good music, though. The music here is, like, fantastic. Not to mention this section. Yeah, Sonic or snowboards, Ristar skis. You want to know something, guys? I was trying to let you guys hear this theme up from the second act, because this is the easiest one to catch that second theme interaction, because basically the beginning of this song has the second act theme right at the beginning, like right there and then there. You just have to listen for it. So this level is kind of easy. Like this can be a really quick level if you just stick to the high road here. But this is where you need to really get used to these mechanics, because if you don't, you're gonna have some problems with some future bonus stages, and these bonus stages require you to kind of master this. No. Gotta get back here. Oh, crap. And here's one thing that sucks about this level. You can't grab the walls, unfortunately. If you grab the walls, you watch this. It's not that particular wall. I'm talking about this wall. I guess he's not gonna do the animation. Nope, he's being a little, disagreeable, but when you grab walls, Ristar reacts to that. He does not like grabbing cold-ass walls, so just be careful of that. Oh crap, I'm gonna have to do this thing all over again. Yeah, the ice physics in this game can get a little tiresome at times if you're not used to them. Okay, let's try to make that jump. I guess we're gonna have to just go down here. Because there is something I really want. If you happen to get up there, you could get 2 extra lives in those chests. Very difficult, as you can see. Okay, we have this douchebag. If you jump too soon, you can end up getting caught in this spot, and it sucks. Like, he'll just keep doing that over and over again. And it's like, damn, really? Right, we have this thing dropping from above. This is the bridge of Blunders. If you screw up on this bridge, it's not a good thing to have happen, because you will have to end up doing it all over again in a bit of a section if you want to get to this bonus. Boom, 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 boom. Speaking of the bonus, this can be a very quick bonus or a very painful bonus, because remember the ice physics? Yeah, get used to them, because you're gonna have to. But here's the thing you need to do here. Just spin yourself around, and you're gonna have to make a jump here. Because if you don't, you're never gonna get this. Very simplistic bonus if you know exactly what to do. And damn, not enough time to get the frickin' continue. So yeah, let's show off the whole mechanic. What happens if you... Come on, game. I'm trying to show off the mechanic where if Ristar grabs the icy walls, man. Alright, this might be the wall. Come on. I guess I'm not gonna have that opportunity. Maybe it's the second level. And then we have this in. How the hell did you throw... Did you just see how that bomb literally warped onto my body there? What the f... Okay, that might be a bit of a point docker right there. So now we're going to be having a Snowball Fight. And the way here is you're going to have Ristar wait for his animation to end to actually do anything. Sometimes it takes slowly, sometimes it's quickly, and you can't play a dodgeball with these snowballs, unfortunately, so if you're thinking, oh, I'll just catch his snowballs, no, that's not going to happen. Very easy mini-boss, though. He's now like, you know what, thanks for playing with me, man. Appreciate that. So he's your friend now, all of a sudden. Even though he did, like, he gave me a bomb just to be a douche, and then tried to impale me on spikes. What a pal, is all I have to say. Alright, plenty of points. No, screwed up miserably. Yeah, he shows the animation on the ground, but generally, you kind of, for some reason, it takes a while for him to grab it. Oh, I got BJ. Thanks for coming, BJ. Appreciate that. Ow. This is the song, guys. This is the other ice cap zone, guys. This theme is freaking great, and I'm not going to talk over it too much. Though you might want to kill this asshole. Because he has some pretty annoying-ass bombs. I'm waiting for this fish real quick, because there's a mechanic here that you have to keep in mind. Ah, damn. Because if you happen to use these fish properly, you can take a shortcut and skip this whole section. But unfortunately, we're going to have to do this the long, painful way. Oh my god, the spikes on the ceiling, guys. Be careful here. Do not hit that chest like I just did, because just instant pain. Ow, I was hoping those things would explode a little bit faster. Let's try to go for that shortcut again, after killing this asshole. Damn it, oh well, I tried my damnedest, guys. Wait, maybe we can actually do it. Yep, here we go. No! Yeah, that's one good way to do it, just wait for the fish to kind of come up there and then play the waiting game on it. And then remember the mechanics from the second stage, particularly Act 2. They're gonna make a big triumphant return here, where you're just gonna have to watch out for the fan that's making it. So yeah, whenever you have water physics, just recall that these particular physics or particular mechanics that you've gotten familiar with are gonna make a triumphant return. This damn fan. Kind of want to... Oh, here we go. See how he's reacting to this icy-ass wall? Yeah, that's why we can't climb this. So we're gonna have to use this fish again. I need to swing to the right next time. So if you happen to not take any of the shortcuts that the game's trying to reward you with, you're just gonna have to put up with the waterways, and the waterways aren't exactly the most fun thing, but you do get greeted with this very stoic man. It's like, dude, I've been living here all my life and it still sucks. It's pretty much what I think he's saying with that face. I'm gonna leave that there because I don't think I need it particularly, but now we have this little freaking bombing run that you have to get through, and you have to remember which bombs do what. Also gotta jump that gap, or else you're gonna have to go in a circle for a bit. And then we have these freaking Rip Van kind of fish taking their sweet-ass time. They're basically like booze. They just slowly meander towards you. Unfortunately, not very threatening, so I think the mechanic is kind of lost in that section there. But this part, you're probably gonna need to move quickly. But here's the thing that you can keep in mind. If you happen to not be able to grab anything, just stay high and you'll get caught on some of these, pretty much these things on the ceiling. Kind of makes that section a little bit less troublesome. Then this asshole enemy. This enemy you will hate, because if you screw up this section that I'm about to do, you're gonna probably take damage. And if this is super hard, you're gonna die at this point. So you have to do this part perfectly on super hard. Just keep that in mind. And you're gonna have to do something right at the end here. Granted, you don't screw up. Like right here, you're gonna grab it and then grab this. Lots of cheap shots that get thrown your way. And this is probably one of the hardest bonuses in the game, and it's just because of the beginning section right here, guys. Remember the ice physics. I really hope you master it at this point, because you're going to have to get into this damn hole, and it's painful as hell. Like, if you do not do that hole, or if you do not get in that hole the first time, you're gonna have, like, so little time to get through this section. And if you hit any spikes along the way, well, that's gonna be a problematic thing, because you gotta do something else here. And if you happen to screw up, there we go. You're gonna have to deal with that over and over again. But if you get through that with that much time, you can continue for that. And that's one thing all I can say is just try to recognize what you have to do to get through it. And we're done with this level. Another bonus at the end. I love how this thing's just watching you, getting sick inside. It's like, you can stop now. Oh my god, I'm about to throw up, man. And totally screwed up that point. Yeah, it's a terrible bonus, but it's not the worst bonus in this game. There's another one that's even worse. So we got Itamor. Itamor is a very interesting boss. It has a gimmick. It's not just hit the boss a bunch of times with your head. He's also a pretty damn cool boss, and he's also differently in the Japanese version where he's actually a cat. Here he's just an abominable snowman with a very averse to spicy food. So you're gonna basically attack this boss, not with your head, but with spicy food. Only when his mouth's open, because if he's not open, he's not gonna eat it, and it's just gonna bounce off of him. You can dodge that attack by just ramming into him. But you're wondering, why is this boss so easy? Because he's not using his worst attacks yet. This is his worst attack, but if he starts sucking up stuff, throw stuff at him, because it's just gonna go straight in his mouth. This isn't a very difficult fight, it's just, you just have to get the mechanic down. But definitely do not get sucked into his mouth, because it's a big, massive time loss for speedrunners. And... oh crap, well, there goes the food that I wanted. Then again, this whole attack is a freaking time loss, if I ever cared about that sort of thing. But this is if you know exactly what to do with this fight's pretty damn easy. Like, he's already done, guys. But of course he leaves you with a very goofy looking sight, like, and of course he did such a bad job putting all that stuff on the screen, it started to take out the stuff in the background there. They didn't like we were hurting cats. It's probably PETA's fault, you know. They're like, that has a cat in it. Take it out. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Itamor? Well, I was totally wrong on that pronunciation. You know me, guys. You know me at this point. Like, just imagine me going to the wonderful world of, Goemon, and it's like, hey, pronounce this. Okay, I'll attempt. So, if you're wondering, this game's not too difficult. It's difficult. And this is where the difficulty spikes tremendously, because this is the hardest level in the game. Like, if you thought all the levels that you were having trouble with, you're gonna meet this painful ride of a stage where you have all sorts of bangled contraptions that are going to gladly kill you, hitting you multiple times. And there's a section right at the end of this that is terrible, like, absolutely the worst thing. Oh, crap. Because what happens in this section... oh, man, do I actually have to do this crap? Yes, you do. I have to do this part. Yeah, if you screw up at all this section, guess what? Punishment. This is your punishment. You have to deal with sections where you get trapped. Maybe I should start pressing the jump button. That's what I should be doing at this point, guys. Jump. Maybe not. Okay, how the hell am I supposed to do this again? Like, right now I'm trying to launch myself, but the game's not being a pal. It's making me headbutt this thing for some reason. You know what? I might just try again, guys, because what am I doing? I could easily just do this. Yeah, if you get caught in here, just do that. Remember, you can do that. Because all the mechanics that we've experienced in this game are going to get thrown at you immediately. And you're going to probably die at least a few times. Kind of decent music, but like I said, not my favorite level. And then we have the anti-grav shoes, which you're going to need to get through this section quickly if you want to get a bonus. Probably going to die, though. Good news is that they start you right on the anti-grav shoes. So you don't have to worry about getting through all that mess again. I hate that enemy. He's like placed just right to screw you over. You might as well grab this. I don't think you... I think you have a good amount of time, but if you're rushing through this section, you're probably going to take damage. I don't know how I didn't get hit by the enemy. And then we're with the next bonus, and I think this bonus isn't too bad. Like, if you recall the bouncing floors, or workbench, or wacky workbench, it's basically that all over again without spikes, which is a good thing. The thing is that you want to try to grab the walls here, because if you do, you get yourself a nice little air break. And you definitely want to do it here, because if you don't, you're going to get launched back up. Not a very difficult section, but make sure to grab that before you get bounced up and down like so, otherwise it might be a little bit difficult. Nice thing about bonuses in this game is that it does give you a full health restore, which can be helpful, but it won't matter in like the harder difficulties as much. I really hate that enemy. It just shoots out all this junk at you. Oh, right. This is where you're going to have to learn how to do this mechanic. If you have not figured this out yet, this part gets really tough. And guess what? You want to be mastering this. Because if you don't master it, well, lots of problems. And this is probably the hardest section of this stage. And I do mean the hardest section of the stage, because you see all this stuff that I could possibly die on. Yeah, absolutely terrible. Like, if you fall on those spiked floors, you're gonna take damage over and over and over again until you're dead, or you make it out of there. And then we get the final mini-boss. This is a strange mini-boss. It's basically Captain Bloomba and his posse. Try to get him, or try to hit him, or else you're gonna have to deal with the attack getting worse and worse. And the one I want to see the most is this one, unless you miss. Because if you miss, you're gonna have to deal with this barrage of fricking Gloombas. Or Goomblobs, or what do you want to call it. Very dangerous mini-boss if you let him be, but if you get lucky and hit him right when you have the opportunity, it makes it a lot more simplistic. And I really do not know what's going on in the background, but it's kind of strange. It's like a really bizarre looking mess of pillars. Looks like gas clouds that you probably don't want to touch at all. Oh man, you did not just screw me over the game. And I guess we're not going to have the chance to, Ah, crap. Oh god, I hate that attack so much. That attack is the worst attack that he does to you. If you miss the opportunity to hit him, you have to deal with that until you grab him. Definitely the attack you don't want to see, or the attack you want to immediately deal with. Ah, damn it. The thing that sucks about this boss is when he comes down, he has like invincibility frames, but when he's going up, then you can hit him. That's the problem. That's what I was doing wrong. So make sure to hit him when he's going up or when he stops. Otherwise, you're just gonna have to deal with the attack. Wait, what? You saw that, guys. You saw... I hit that guy, and for some reason it didn't count. I don't get that. Really weird. Mechanics. What's going on, game? And we didn't get the points we needed, but we got at least another extra life, thank goodness. Alright, Brain Maze. Brain Maze is basically is a much easier level compared to the last one, but definitely is going to challenge you in different ways by having you think. This thing's kind of easy to deal with, just until he starts doing this. Then you have to deal with him bouncing around. And that's the problem. So I recommend when you have that part, just jump and try to meet him in the middle. Otherwise, you're going to take some pretty nasty damage here. And this is the one of two things that can instantly kill you guys. This thing, if you get crushed from at the ceiling, you die. So don't be a victim of that. This is the only thing in the game, other than the final boss's worst attack, that can kill you instantly. It's very interesting. The way to move this around is basically... Hey, actually go up, please. Thank you. And the reason why I'm telling you this now is because there's going to be a room that's worse, and it's going to have more of those things. So you want to know about it early, otherwise you're going to learn the hard way in that section. Very easy section, though. Like, see, some of these levels can be stupidly... Or this level can be stupidly easy at times, and then monstrously cruel, such as this on hard or higher in terms of difficulty, getting through this section. Yeah, I don't see that happening. Also don't see that happening on the harder difficulty at all. And you're not wrong. So the way this guy works, you want to hit this boss when he's walking, like when he's in mid-step, because if you hit him like this, or when you hit him when his feet are on the ground, it just doesn't do anything. But when he's walking, his balance is unsteady at that point. And this is the room I was warning you guys about. See all this crap? So we're just gonna try to help have one of these things move and then take care of it this way. And I think the right one is this one, but I feel like it's random. Yep, it's random. And if you get the wrong one, you get to deal with this very annoying enemy. In a bigger room, which is not fun. So it's random, which kind of sucks. I was hoping it was the second one, but if it's random, just take a good guess. In this part, you want to try to take advantage of these, or you want to try to take the high road here, because you get an extra life out of it. And you might need it at this point. Imagine getting that, or trying that without the normal difficulty clause. Probably next to impossible. You probably have to, like, launch yourself at the highest point. Be sure to grab missiles here. Here's what you can do with these missiles. Other than getting hit by them in the face and dying instantly. They don't kill you instantly, but they hurt. Throw it in the opposite direction and have them kill the enemy in front of you. Because if you try to throw it again after grabbing it, you're going to end up taking the missile to the face, which is a massive problem for your health. Damn, speaking of, can I not die here? Like I said, Brain Maze. And if you try to hit these things with just your head, it just starts roaming around like crazy. Just like Mayday maneuvers. And this part's kind of easy. All you just have to do is not get hit by these enemies. Just swing over and over again. And until you get this wonderful thing. I like how it auto-aims for that frickin' hole. Health? That would be a very helpful game. Thank you. I'll gladly take that. Because I think we're nearly done. We just have a little bit more of a maze here. But everything that's in the quote-unquote foreground you can interact with. And I think this might be a shortcut. Alright, so this spot right here, what I recommend you do is you do not go to the right. You want to go up and to the left. Unless you're playing hard, then you might want to consider going to the right, because you're going to want to get up here, because this is the way to the bonus, and it is the hardest bonus in the game. I have an actual worry that I'm going to fail this bonus because of how difficult it is. Remember all the wall climbing we've been doing throughout the game? You're going to have to do it with some pretty good precision here. And if you don't, well, you're going to have a fun time failing this one, because... And the way it works here is you want to try to climb using diagonal grabs, and then you're going to have to do... You're going to have to do like a horizontal grab right at the end when you're near the ledge, or like the tip of the ledge. Otherwise, you are not grabbing what is ever above it. It's easily the most annoying thing that you have to learn the hard way, but if you learn it now, you can potentially beat this one without too much problems, but this part can be a little bit hair-raising. Oh god, and this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is the part, just because we got through one at the beginning doesn't mean it's over. Oh god, please don't do this to me, game. Yep, we are not getting that bonus, guys. Unfortunate. Yep. Hardest bonus in the game, guys. Biggest pain in the ass, and you can't do it again. That sucks. That's the worst part about that. Though, let me try something. Oh, no, we have no chance to go do it again. Get through that. I think there might be a 1-up up here, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just check. Yep, there's something up there. Let's try it. Let's see if we can try again, because I think this actually takes you back. Wait a second. If this takes me back and I can try this again, I'm going to be kind of happy. Because I kind of wanted to get 100% for you guys. I really did. Nope, game's like, yep, try again in another playthrough. Dick. What a dick move by the game. It's like, oh yeah, we give you all this hope. We give you all this hope, and then, nope. Try again in another playthrough. That's the biggest dick move of this game right there. Hardest bonus. And then they give you a false sense of hope. It's like, oh yeah, here, try again. No. I'm sorry, it's gone. Dick move. Alright. This boss. This is the hardest part of the fight here, guys. Jumping over screws. Because this is one of the easiest bosses in the game if you know all about your headbutt invincibility frames. All you just need to do is just headbutt this guy repeatedly. You can just ignore all the attacks that he's going to throw at you, and just be sure to make the claw hit this guy for maximum damage. He does have one attack that's going to suck, but if you keep headbutting him, he's not going to do anything other than that. Come on, hit your creation. Come on, hit your creation. Wow, dude, accuracy. What is this? That was the worst thing I've seen all day. The fact that he missed that many times, and he's done. Yeah, that is the easiest boss in the game if you know how to just spam grabs. And that's the thing about that fight. It's literally spam grab, you win, perfect. But we get this nice little rocket ship action, and not to mention a good cutscene to go with it, and some lag. Not a bad bonus there. I think that might give us an extra life. Just enough. Alright guys, so all the normal stages are complete. there's just the final level, and as you can see, it looks like we're going to a very evil-looking planet. It's no 2 acts, it's just the final act. And this is where you're going to have to learn more about the climbing if you haven't mastered it yet. Here you go again. You don't... I mean, it's not super duper crucial. It's not like super difficult to deal with, but because they at least give you walls to do, like, to bounce off of if you're having trouble with the one. But climbing one wall, as you can see, is much faster than climbing 2. Oh, there we go. And then we have our next boss fight. Remember that guy that just decided to run away after kicking his robot's ass? We get to fight him again in his own little contraption. And this boss can kind of be difficult. But what I recommend you do is just try to stall him, essentially. Uh-oh. Yeah, that attack's really tough to dodge, and the way to do damage is that, as you can see, he's basically putting up a barrier whenever. But what happens is that it starts catching fire because it has a terrible pulling situation. Uh-oh, this might... Yep, that's the problem I was worried about. Yeah, if you time that wrong to avoid that attack, that's gonna happen. That's like his worst attack, where he just charges up and shoots you with that massive gun. But you just have to time it at that point. Like, the attack where he shoots those fricking blue beams at you, that's a really tough attack to dodge. Good. Invincibility frame saved my ass. Good. Damn. Alright. Damn, I hate this boomerang sometimes. Like, let's just end this fight. You're not dead yet? Yeah, when those things start flashing like crazy, that means the fight's almost over. Wow, that boomerang's doing some crazy stuff. Did you see how it's falling the crap out of me there? And dead. But now we have possibly the hardest boss in the game coming up. And it, of course, is the final boss. It's one long fight. This guy doesn't seem too impressed by you. He's like, oh, this shrimp's trying to fight me? Pfft. Okay, whatever, have fun with these toys. And you start getting reminded of like Sonic sound effects, and how I'm getting totally destroyed by these orbs of darkness. Just shooting these freaking snowflakes at me, and then he's like, okay, fine, we'll fight. And every time you hit this guy, he will just spawn dudes. And this attack you kind of want to see, because whenever you grab these things, you can get a star from him, and he likes to spam it as much as possible, so what I recommend you kind of do is try to get a collection. I recommend that you do that if you're like low on health, just to make the next part of the fight easier, because it gets really ludicrous after a certain point. Like, when you start seeing the cape go away, that's where you get the trouble matters. Seems like you have a limited amount. When you get the blue star, he's like, okay, fine, you don't get any more. This is the worst attack in the game. If you get sucked into that black hole, you die instantly. And I do mean instantly. There's no ands, ifs, or buts, and it doesn't care about invincibility frames. Alright, let's try to dodge this attack. So try to get hits in on this guy. Do not give him any quarter. He always responds with that when he usually responds with a lightning attack. Oh crap. There's me accidentally clicking that button again I don't care for. There's this happening. Excellent job. I might have to disable that button next time, you know? Like, I'm glad Steam is available, but right now I'm trying to stream a different game. Embarrassment. And I'm dead. I knew that was gonna fricking happen. It's basically when you hit the freaking home button on your Xbox or whatever controller, if it's available, it goes straight to a bunch of things that you don't want to see. Damn it. So, not the fun thing. It's like, dude, you're emulating this shit? It's like, yeah, so what of it? I do have the copy of the game. Interestingly enough, by the way, did you know that the games that you get off of the the Steam collection or the Genesis collection on Steam, they're giving you ROMs. So essentially, you could use those said ROMs on any emulator that you like. You just have to convert them, but they're ROMs, guys. So just let you know that if you buy it on Steam, you have the game. Alright, I'm gonna just let him do this thing. Oh, damn it. Oh, that's fine. Actually, if you keep stars on the screen, you can keep stars on the screen as long as you like. So if you happen to, if you happen to get to that part where you're just shooting stuff at you like that, I think I might take advantage of that again. Can you give me a blue one, please? Nope. There we go. There's a blue one. I'm gonna keep that on the screen, so that way... Oh, never mind. I guess we won't keep that on the screen, damn it. Nope, you're not doing that attack. Crap. Holy crap about that. If you interrupt his attack, he kinda gets pissed off at that. So just walk to the left more than once, if at all possible. Nope, and it's over. Takes a number of hits, but he's done. Lots of lag, lots of dying. Holy crap, what the hell did you just do? Is this the thing that you were using to generate all those black holes? Holy crap. So say goodbye to these losers. They decide to hang on to their glorious leader, and off they go into the abyss, because this planet does more than just blow up. It implodes. With the freaking sonic noise. And that is Ristar, guys. Pretty damn awesome game. I'm gonna shut up for the credits because they're good. You want to know something, guys? Remember there was a part about having to rescue his dad? Well, you'll see very shortly, like, really? Okay, I don't believe that. Well, you guys, what do you think of this game since we've played through it pretty much in its entirety? Almost got all the damn treasures except that last one. God, that last one's the biggest pain in the ass. Sega, you did a damn good job, man. Thank you for making such a wonderful platformer, because this game is so damn good. Recommend that you play it. So, let's talk about the dad issue. You want to know how big this guy is? What the fuck? This guy is, like... His hand is the size of Ristar. How the hell did he get kidnapped? Bull crap. I prefer that ending more. So, this is the reason why you want to collect all those freaking treasures. Because of this. Each treasure you collect, you get more passwords. But unfortunately, since I missed that last one... You end up missing out on the top one, which I believe is the time attack, where it allows you to play all the bonus rounds in order with a freaking attack timed kind of system to it. Boss is a boss rush. I think Ochi is something I cannot remember off the top of my head, but we'll probably have to explore that soon enough. And round select is obvious. But I'm going to tell you another password, real quick. One that's going to help you unlock the hardest difficulty in the game, because you have to play on hard traditionally if you want to unlock said password. Alright, see. So you just have to put in super or superb or anything like super that works. Super mode. Super mode is the mode that's gonna kick your ass left, right, and upside down, because I'll just show you real quick, because there's a reason why I played Rocket Knight Adventures in this game pretty much right next to one another, because they both have great music, they both have difficult, like, hard modes, and I died. I have no lives. Guess where I go back to? The freaking beginning of the game. Or at least beginning of the stage, in this case. Yeah, so you have to basically do perfect runs of each round. Or each area, or else you're not going to see the end of the game. So you pretty much have to know this game left, right, upside down. And if you're thinking you're gonna get free stuff from the walls, don't try that, because you saw what happened when I tried to get some stuff from the walls. It was like, here, have an enemy. No, I don't want that. So, be perfect is the name of the game. You get infinite continues, but you have to be perfect on each stage, so it sucks in that regard. Oh god, Ochi is distorted music all the time. That sounds terrible. It might sound cool, but it actually sounds kind of terrible. Damn. So I'm going to try to at least get through this first stage, and then we'll probably call the stream here. Because I kind of want to see how impossible this is, because Super does not play. Sir, you get some health, but the chances... I'm trying to grab your freaking flying bird ass. Three deaths already, man. 3 deaths. Hard mode's a little less is a little bit more lenient, but 2 hits is pretty stingy compared to what I'm pretty much used to at the moment. So I would recommend when you're playing this mode, take the high road as much as you possibly can. Oh my god. Trying to grab him, and then he just swoops in my face and just bombardiers me off into the continue screen again. Alright, one more try, guys, just for the old time's sakes. I want to at least beat this first section, or this first area, before I call it quits, but if I die, we're gonna show off the nice, cute part about the continue screen. I have a feeling that if I grab something from there, I'm gonna die. Watch. Oh, just a gem. Good. That's at least fair. Yeah, like, I can't really trust stuff anymore, because the whole enemy popping out of thin air. I really don't think you should try for treasures unless you're, like, trying to be a massive show-off. Like, if you're trying for treasures on this mode, why is my question to ask. Alright, let's see how this works without having the ability to control. Oh my god, this is actually scary. I guess what you could do if you're sticking with this swing mechanic, maybe try to do it in a way where you have this, and then when you have some sort of angle, like, I'll just show you in a moment. Yeah, if you can, like, grab in midair, that gives you back your control. So if you're just looking for an angle like that, you can make that work, but kind of tricky. So I wouldn't recommend. So it does make the game a lot more difficult than it needs to be. Let's see how hard this mini boss is. Doesn't seem all that difficult. In fact, this guy's pretty much done, right? Yep, he's done. Wow, 3 hits still. So, we got through the first stage, and then I'm going to see if we can do it. Nice rebound. You're master. Oh god. You're master. Not you're the master. You're master. Alright, first, this enemy that would usually do damage to me hits me in the face. Ouch. So where does this put me when I die to this one enemy? Does it put me at this stage, or this act, or does it throw me at the beginning of... Oh, okay, that's actually pretty reasonable, guys. Just the act. That's kind of reasonable. I thought it was like the whole freaking area, because that would be kind of merciless, but that's doable, I'd say. You just have to die a bunch of times where you learn everything. Oh man, that's a cruel way to go. Get freaking covered by Goombas like that. And that is Ristar, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this little playthrough. Definitely enjoyed playing through it again and showing it off. And I'm definitely going to try to have video footage of this, and I mean like let's play video action where you have the editor comments and all that good stuff. I'm gonna probably try to do some post commentary on it as well, because I honestly feel like I do better with the post commentary anyway. And you have a live commentary version of it anywho, so yeah. Really hope you guys enjoyed it all, and I'm going to try to check out if there's a way to play the Japanese version at all. That would be great, because I want to see the other stuff that I could be missing. So thanks for watching, all. Have a great day, or a great evening, and take care. I'm gonna stream something on Sunday, which is Metroid Dread, 100%. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do, guys. is I'm going to still upload my first playthrough ones, but I'm gonna let the Metroid Dread 100% be the 100%. Because, I want to actually talk about this game and appreciate more. Like, the commentary in the first run was pretty terrible, and it's like, oh god, that means I have to do all this post-commentary crap. Ugh, no thank you. But I'm still gonna put those videos up, so you know how I went through those sections with no knowledge of it. It's kind of interesting how it works, and how you kind of get used to the game more and more, but look forward to the 100%, because I am collecting all the items in the game. So, thanks for watching all, have a great day, and adios.